Is Grab Holdings a good buy? In this video, we'll answer that question. We're going to talk about what this company does. We'll also talk about the latest news. We'll also take a look at the ratings within Tykr, and then I'll let you know if this is a stock I plan to buy, hold, or sell. Before we dive in, if you don't know who I am, my name is Tepper and I'm the founder and CEO of Tykr. If you're new to investing or want to get better at investing, rest assured you're in the right place. Here at Tykr, we help people buy and sell stocks with confidence. All right, so what does this company do? Well, they have ride-hailing services with taxis, cars, and motorcycles. They also do food delivery, and they have some financial services within. So taking a look at their site, scrolling down, you can see some of the delivery options here, mobility, and then financial services. I was really curious about that. It sounds like cashless payments and insurance. I really like both of those revenue streams because they are both very reoccurring. Insurance really jumps out at me as a great revenue stream to kind of bolt onto a business. You're getting a monthly, quarterly, or annual reoccurring revenue just from that. And then I'm curious here, show more services. Let's take a quick look. You can find your next adventure, hotels, gift cards, rewards. Interesting, very interesting. They're headquartered in Singapore, and they also serve countries including Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, the Philippines, Myanmar, and Cambodia. So it sounds like a new tech company with a lot of different services. It sounds pretty exciting. Let's dive into some of the latest news and see what's going on. So the revenue grew by 18% year over year. That was a big win on their most recent earnings report. And they also increased their active drivers on the ride-hailing services by 18% year over year. And then this is pretty cool. There was an announcement in March of 25 talking about, they're phrasing it as a memorandum of understanding. What does that mean? Well, really just an agreement to potentially work with a few different autonomous vehicle companies, such as Autonomous A2Z is one brand. There's Motional, WeRide, and Zelos, Z-E-L-O-S, to help with their ride-hailing services. That is really cool. They're also talking about, they're phrasing this as green fleet, which is the use of electronic vehicles. And then this is really big. Jumping back to the financial services comment, because I really like payment tech as well as insurance companies. They grew their loans by 30% year over year. That's a really good sign. So essentially people borrowing from the company and creating that reoccurring revenue based on interest rates. And then there's another comment here that they have selected AWS as its cloud provider. I've been in tech for 20 years. The big three, I call it, are really AWS, which is Amazon. You have Azure, which is Microsoft, and then you have Google Cloud, which of course is Google. So they decided to go with AWS. And then I scroll down here. Looks like the consensus right now on Wall Street is analysts are actually calling this a moderate buy or buy. So that transitions to point 2 in the video, which is we're going to take a look at Tykr and see what's really going on. All right, so with Grab Holdings, what we're going to do here is we're going to walk through the 7. This is manual, but you can do this within seconds by just looking at the 7 tab on each stock, or you can literally filter by stocks that have the 7. But it's essentially the 7 key steps to find a strong stock or avoid a weak stock. I always say this, if you're curious, you can go to Tykr.com, go to education, and then down to calculations. Our calculations are open source for personal use. We want to be transparent. There's no secret sauce here. A lot of what we're doing is pretty straightforward math, but it's a lot of math all at once. But we're going to kind of walk through things right now. So looking at Grab, you can see this stock is right off the bat. This is overpriced. Stocks in Tykr with that summary are either on sale, watch, or overpriced. Green, gray, or red. Only about 15% of stocks make it to on sale. It's pretty hard to get there. And the great majority are overpriced. So this stock falls at overpriced. We're not going to get a point on the 7 there. Let's keep going. With the score here in the hexagon, you want to be 50 or higher. I see the 49, so we're actually pretty close. But in this case, yeah, we're not going to get a point there. We don't pass the test. This hexagon here, the score is the overall financial strength of a stock. The higher the score, the safer the investment. This tells us the financials are not quite there yet. We're going to take a closer look in a minute. All right, then we jump over to the margin of safety. We want to see 50% or higher. We're at 30%. So there is some sort of margin of safety there, but just not high enough. So we're not going to get any points there. Then we move to the middle. 4M Confidence Booster. If you haven't used this tool, really breaks down everything you need to know about the business in the 4Ms. Thanks to Warren Buffett for the inspiration and for Phil Town for coining the phrase the 4Ms. We actually recently put a patent on it. All right, so looking at this, you get the math part, the meaning, which is how it makes money and how scalable the revenue streams are. Then you have the moat, how it compares to other businesses in the same sector and industry. And then the management is the track record of the CEO. We're not going to go through the whole thing here, which takes about a minute. I just want to jump here, show you guys, we want to score between 80 and 100. That is actually pretty hard to get to. That should give us high confidence in this stock. You can see here, 59 or lower is low confidence. And if we close this, we're averaging 50. So you can see here, there's a lot of people actually doing 4Ms on this as I look down, but not quite there overall with the first 4 steps. We're not getting any points so far. Now we scroll down to the bottom. I set my charts to 5 years. If you're curious, where do you go to do that? You can go to your profile, go to notifications and settings, and I set my default financials to 5 years. The reason is, jumping back to grab, we want stocks that consistently beat the stock market, especially if you're in wealth building mode. If you don't know this, I'll hit on this in a few seconds here. So wealth building mode versus wealth protection. Wealth building, you are still working, you have a timeline to retire. That's at least 5 years out or more. In that case, you want to be in about 10 to 15 stocks. Now, if you get closer to retirement, that's when you want to kind of migrate from individual stocks to ETFs or index funds. But if you do stay with individual stocks, try to own all dividend stocks. That way you're paid a quarterly dividend. A lot of our financial advisors that use Tykr really recommend that strategy. It's a solid strategy. But anyway, we like stocks, if you're in wealth building mode, that are beating the market over 5 years. 80% is the number to memorize. That's typically with S&P 500 returns. The stock here is at negative 57. So you can see this is the behavior of how IPOs look with stocks. You can see this 2021. In fact, let's go to the details tab. IPO, actually 2020. Okay, late 20. You see this all the time with IPO stocks. This is very important to pay attention to, is typically when a stock goes public, there's this rush. Everybody wants to get in. There's this FOMO. I don't want to miss out on the next big, whether it's a Microsoft or Google, Apple, you name your tech stock. It doesn't work like that. It's typically public. All these people get in. Then the first or second earnings report reveal the truth, and the share price falls off a cliff. Everybody's exiting. Institutions exit first, and then retail investors exit second. But look at this. Bam, this big spike, and then really fell off a cliff. Well, maybe the share price might be increasing here if the financials can come together. Another thing to point out too is this share price is at $5.04. Any stock that is less than $5 is classified as a penny stock. That's $5 or less US dollars. We do currency conversions around the globe, so other people in other countries also get these notifications. But when that share price is too low, large institutions lose interest. They lose interest and confidence, and they won't touch it. So that's why there's a 99.9% chance that stock will never break out past $5. Now, if it's between $5 and $10, there's a 90% chance it'll never break out past 10. It's the same situation. Institutions they don't have the confidence in the stock, and they're not going to pile in, which means the share price isn't going to really move. So I like to see, in my case, I like to see stocks north of $10. That it creates a much higher probability for you to make money. So this is sitting in dangerous territory right off the bat, seeing the share price sitting at 504. All right, let's keep going here. Let's take a look at the financials tab. We are seeing the revenue increase, as we saw in the news earlier, or talked about in the news. So the revenues are increasing. That's a great sign. I just want to jump here. You see this? When you have a stock that's not profitable, that's a big risk. But check this out. They are moving to an inflection point when you move from a stock that is not profitable to profitable. So I see here negative 53 million up to 26 million. Looks like 27 million and looks like 24. So, all right, we're profitable. Good sign. Net income and EPS are very similar behavior. You can see these are probably going to be hard to hover over here, but we're moving into the positive territory. That is a good sign. I like what I'm seeing. This overall, so far, we don't have a lot of confidence, but when you have a stock that is transitioning from here, it's not profitable to profitable, that's a very interesting point. And when the other financials kind of come together and we see that score and the margin of safety increase, that that could be a breakout stock in the future. So I'm going to kind of be preemptive here. I like what I'm seeing, but I haven't made a final decision quite yet. I'll give you that in a second. All right, let's go to the earnings calendar. All right, woo, big miss here. Estimate was 2 cents. They came in at 1. They did beat the previous, and then it looks like they had a big miss there, a 900% miss there. So yeah, this is common with stocks that are just a few years old. They're getting their stuff together, especially the financials, getting it together as they continue to grow. Because keep in mind, a lot of businesses, when they go public, it's a fundraising event for them. It's not essentially I'm going public to provide value to shareholders. It's I'm going public to raise a whole bunch of capital to then grow a few years later. So they're kind of in that phase where they're kind of getting things together, and we could see a breakout moment here in the future. So if we go to the 7 here, I think we're going to get 0 or 1. 0. Yeah, ouch. So I definitely would not buy this stock, but I am going to add this stock to my watch list. Now, fortunately, if you do that, and let's say you go here, if something changes with that summary, the score, the margin of safety, you're automatically going to get notified. So I'm going to be really paying attention to this stock. I think it's kind of exciting. I like their business model. They've got a lot of revenue streams. We like businesses with a lot of revenue streams, but this is, of course, something I would not touch at the moment. All right, hopefully this video was helpful. If you want to buy and sell stocks on your own with confidence and see my portfolio, you can actually join Tykr for free. Of course, do not buy and sell stocks based solely on what you hear. Only buy and sell stocks that align with your own personal financial goals. Thanks for checking out this video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.